And so working with him is very extraordinary in the sense that he spends a lot of time talking to the actor. So you visit him in his flat in Paris, one by one. It's always a one-to-one occasion when you're talking about a part.
Sounds like college. It sounds like you're going to your dog.
Yeah, and then of course he is the sweetest, most knowledgeable man you can possibly imagine, and so these encounters are always fascinating because you always end up talking about a lot of things that have nothing to do with your part, but eventually will color your performance. I mean, it seems that every time you end up talking about Bob Hope. I don't know why.
Wow.
Because he's no, it's funny.
He's a Bob Hope fan. That's very interesting. I never would have connected.
Of course he is. I mean, it always, all the films that he mentions always eventually lead to Bob Hope somehow, and also to a lot of silent films. He's a great silent film fan. Of course, he's a cartoon fan, and as the people who know his work will have noted from films like I Want to Go Home and things like that. He's crazy about DC Comics and all that. So basically, what you do is that you sit down with him, and that can take up to about 4 or 5 hours per meeting, and you have about 4 or 5 of these meetings, in which you go through the background of the character and anything. You go through the script and you just read very slowly, and any idea, any question opens the gate to a story about another film, and then a quote about something else, and then you end up talking about a million different things, and it's never a boring process. It's always, you have to get rid of the notion of the conventional notion of time, because those meetings are intense and rather long. And eventually what you do is that you also rehearse on the soundstage, or in a flat. Usually he has the production rent a flat, during which people will do a sort of blocking, but he's mostly interested then in his cinematography. He will ask you to rehearse the scene over and over and over again without telling you much about the performances. Simply he's inventing new ways of filming, and that's the most extraordinary thing about a man like Alain Resnais, who's 81, is the fact that he's always forever inventing new ways of placing the camera, and he's inventing new movements, and it's extraordinary because he's surprising both actors and technicians with his inventions all the time, and he prepares his he doesn't work with drawings. He doesn't work with storyboards. He works with a little video camera and puppets. He has a miniature set, and then he places the puppets, and he places his camera, and he invents those amazing shots that will blow your mind away because they're so innovative.